Hello everyone, welcome to another Flossport International video, and today we are talking about basketball. B-ball, B-ball, B-ball. And the biggest question we're asking today is, what is the status of basketball league in the country? Right? Comment down below on this video and let us know what you think about basketball in this country. Well, why am I talking about basketball? Well, this weekend I was just doing my errands and I walked past a pitch where a couple of teams had gathered and they wanted to play basketball. Some were from institutions, some were from normal basketball clubs, both for male and for female. So what's up? And well, I went, did my errands, and 3 hours later I'm back and nothing seems to be happening. Call me Mrs. Curiosity. I walked there into the pitch, and I was happy to find people I've known in the basketball circles for like over 10 years. They were just there and they just said hi, and I was like, hi, have you played any matches? What are the results? And they're like, no, we haven't played any matches. And I'm like, how comes you have not played any matches? And they were like, well, we do not have referees. And I'm like, you don't have referees? And they were like, yes, there is no money. They have not been paid. So almost 4 to 5 matches that were supposed to be played on that double pitch were not going to be taking place. But there are people who had officiated games there before, and they just arranged themselves and they were like, let us play these particular matches. And they volunteered to ref, despite that not being their home mandate to ref, so that their clubs that had come from very far away, and it was only fair that the league matches continued. And I was like, I think basketball in this country is just being mismanaged, just like so many sports by different federations around the country. And this is very common. We've seen issues of referees not only in basketball but in football, in other sporting disciplines as well. And I'm thinking, and I hope I'm not actually judging basketball very harshly, but if you know more, you can just comment below and I'll be responding later on, because I intend to go find out from the custodians of the sport in this country what is happening. Well, we're talking about a league that has around a federation that is in charge of around 66 teams, and we know when the league is starting, each club has to pay a participation fee of around 45,000 Kenya shillings. Do your math. 45,000 times 66, that's slightly over 2 million Kenya shillings. And every weekend, and the majority of that fee actually goes to the referees, because at a rate of 1,500, I think, is it per day or per game? We'll be finding out that. And we have, let's say, 8 matches in one pitch. It's a lot of money, let me say. So did the clubs pay before actually they start playing? Participation fee has to be paid. Did the clubs pay? How comes they're not able to pay referees? What is happening? This is a question that I would want answered. Hopefully it will be answered very soon. What I'm seeing here is that the league and the clubs are being destroyed by something I personally would want to call unprofessional preparation. We know the league was going to happen. We know that referees would be needed as much as we have clubs and teams that are participating in the league. So unprofessional preparation is one of the things that are ailing the basketball league in this country. Well, but let's look at the sport all around, the league and the clubs. What is your mission statement? What are your values? All right. You know, what are these things tend to do? The mission, the vision, the values, they bring people together. That is my opinion. They give members of a particular club, or people who actually love basketball, they give them a sense of purpose and direction, both on and off the pitch. And this helps the community see what you are all about. So what is the league doing to ensure that the league has a direction on and off the pitch? The league, the clubs have a direction and a purpose of the pitch. For the clubs, it's some things are just as simple as churning out a video, telling your community. And in this sense, I mean, if you're a community based club, do videos and disseminate to your members. Let them have that purpose or feeling of belonging, so that when you even travel, their fans who, what I know is that Kenyans love sports. Their fans would actually travel even with the club. And when it comes to the league, what are you doing to even attract more fans into the game? Because I will tell you for free, basketball is among the most fun sports to watch. I know I have a bias for football, but basketball is also another sport that has a lot of talent. And as we all know, it's a big industry. Why am I saying this? When I started asking myself a lot of questions on that particular day, and over this weekend, and I looked around. I know for sure that sports is an entertainment industry. Sports is entertainment. But looking around, there was no one. And I asked myself, who are these people entertaining? Who are they playing for? That's what I'm saying. They lack purpose and direction. So you're there, you have been training, and there's no one to watch what you're doing. Kiki, sorry, it's my dog. Right? Kiki, go away. Where? Right. So who are you entertaining? They were playing, and other than coaches, referees, and other teams that are actually waiting to go next into the pitch, there's basically no one to entertain. So the league needs the league managers, people who are in charge of the sport in this country, that is basketball. They have a lot to do, right? What are you going to do to ensure that actually basketball, when we have very well organized basketball tournaments or big matches, not Kasarani, but the gymnasium at Nyayo Stadium is normally full. The vibe is just awesome. People are just there, happy, watching, enjoying the dunks and all that stuff. So what are you doing to ensure that there is value for both clubs and also the league? For clubs, some are just clubs that are associated maybe with institutions of higher learning, and all they have to do is just go to maybe the office and tell them, where we are going somewhere, they will be signed money to go, and that's it. They just want to go and play to Licheza, and that's it. What value do you have as a community club? As what can you do to even attract sponsors, to attract things like and remember, some of this, especially for institutions of higher learning, some of them are there on sports scholarships. They're getting quality education through sports scholarships, so they're doing basically what they're supposed to be doing, playing for the school they study at. But now let's look at what some of the things that the league and the clubs should do. Let's talk about the value approach. This means bringing together people such as players, coaches, referees, and scouts, and for them to just understand what your mission and vision and all that is all about, so that you can forge the way forward. As I said earlier, we've seen there was a time the league, was it the league or some tournaments? We've seen some that have been broadcasted, that have been streamed on television, that have been streamed on online platforms, and they are doing very well. One of the things that you should do, so that we don't hear the referees were not paid, because there is talent, the players are there, the clubs are there. How about the approach of television rights? We know, like for example, in football, most of the huge percentage of the money that these clubs make, especially football, comes from television rights. And when they are television rights, it means that money is equally shared among respective clubs. And also it helps in running these particular leagues. The same can apply in basketball, but do we have people in office who are thinking in that direction? Because if we are talking about a product, basketball is a good product. The product is there. There is a lot of talent and a reason to actually go to the court and watch people play. So what are they doing to have the television? But as television rights, but as I say, I saw people try to play, but who are they entertaining? The first thing is Bring fans into the stadium, get people interested, in my opinion, get people interested in the sport. All right, make it fun for them, because it's supposed to be entertaining. If I'm supposed to leave my house and come and watch a particular team, I need to be entertained thoroughly. Otherwise, I'll just sit in the house, watch international basketball. If it's basketball I love, watch international football like English Premier League, if that is the entertainment I prefer. But locally, what can we do to get people out of the house and feel like, yeah, I'm going to the Nyayo National Stadium to watch a particular match? All right, that is something that can be done. Now, let's talk about another way of earning money. Gate collection. Again, it goes back to ensuring that people are actually interested in coming to the pitch. So both clubs and the federation have a lot to do. When you have enough gate collection, I think it's either the league or the clubs, I don't know who benefits in this particular scenario, but we don't need to see a situation where you don't have money. As I said, a television rights is one way of earning for basketball. Another way is gate collection, but you need to ensure that you have actually people interested in coming to watch those matches and pay. All right. The other thing is sale of merchandise. Do they have merchandise? Cups, be it cups, mugs, bracelets. It's called bracelets or bracelets. Yeah, t-shirts, jerseys for particular teams. Do we have that? Do we have enough visibility? The online platform is there for people to actually create that hype and buzz around basketball. So we need the right people in the office, people who are thinking in those directions. And I believe it has been done before. I don't know why there is no consistency. I don't know why we don't have a particular sport in this country that rugby had been doing very well, but when other issues came up, people would just wake up and just go to Ngong Road and watch rugby, because it's fun, because it's entertaining, because it's very engaging. So but why don't they have this consistency? But let me stick to basketball. So gate collection is another thing. Sale of merchandise. Another thing that I learned yesterday, but I will not be talking deeply about it, is the way player transfer is done. Believe you me, I talked to someone in confidentiality. So should I say what? Can you imagine? In basketball, I just looked at the situation. I was like, I think I can actually afford. As an individual, I can actually afford a basketball team. Yes, I think I can, because you just go get the transfer. The transfer is cheap. We are selling our players very cheaply, right? Those local transfers, I don't want to say as low as how much, but believe you me, I don't have a lot of money, but I can. How many players do we need? Yeah, I got to listen to how things are done and professionally, and I was like, wow, I think I can actually buy almost of the best players in the league. Then, if that is how you guys are doing things, you are not serious. It's also something I would not want to talk about in this particular video. But if I am saying that, it means someone needs to do their job. Sawa. So we don't want situations where something as little as referees not being paid. We've said you can capitalize on TV rights, you can capitalize on gate collection, you can sell merchandise. There's the transfer. There's a transfer of players. There's just a lot that can be done. But first of all, it's an entertainment industry, right? It is a people-based industry. Entertainment is a people-based industry. You have a product. What are you doing with it? Do you have the right people in the office? Do you have people who are actually visionary or not? Right? Sisa Zote, when maybe teams want to go somewhere, we see you knocking at Ababu Namwamba's doors, claiming all this and that. We know the government, yes, is supposed to help, but also there is what you can do, right? To ensure that basketball is run properly in this country. Sawa. Well, this is where I call it a day. If you have not subscribed to Flow Sport International, guess what? This is the time to do so. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We have amazing content lined up just for you. So keep watching, keep subscribing to Flow Sport International.